Hello everyone, Indigo Twin here with your weekly Divine Partnership reading for the week beginning the 20th of March. Welcome to my channel. I'd just like to say a big thank you for all your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, and for any donations. Thank you so much. I really enjoy being here and imparting my wisdom from my higher self, my spirit beings, to give you as much information as possible on this divine partnership journey, which of course we all know is not always the easiest, but we get through. So without further ado, let's move on to the reading for this week. So for those of you who are new to my channel, just to briefly explain, I have the Divine Masculine here, the Divine Feminine, the Divine Partnership, and then the other cards I'll explain as we go along. So let's move on to the reading now. Oh, what we've got going on here. A lot of different cards. We've had a lot of similar cards actually come up a lot recently, but here today, we've really mixed things up. Things are actually shaping up and moving. First card that I see over there on the twin is the Twins card and the Divine Masculine. So this card here in the Twins, the Divine Feminine and Masculine, is recognizing, the masculine is recognizing that he is not one in himself. He's now recognizing that he is part of something a lot bigger than just himself. He is part of a divine partnership. He's starting to recognize that. He's starting to see that this journey of his is not to go forth alone. So there's that strong recognition there from the Divine Masculine of going, this is not just about me. This is more than just me at the moment. So it's a very good card to come up right in the beginning of the Divine Masculine coming up this week. The second card we have there is the Crook and the Flail. Now, the Crook and Flail has actually featured considerably down in the partnership for a lot of weeks now. So the Crook and Flail in this instance represents, it is of course the Pharaoh's represents in these particular cards the Pharaoh's authority. It is that emblem. So, but it talks about self-discipline and worldly status and a mastery of ego here. So the masculine are actually really starting to master their ego and are really and truly coming to terms with themselves. They're taking responsibility and overcoming the seemed problems of life that seem to be hanging around the masculine a lot in recent times. And then we move on down to the water, the card of water, which is fluidity. It's flowing. It's the ebbs and flows of life and understanding that things are changing. It also suggests travel across water and exploring deep unconsciousness. So overall, for the masculines, there's this recognition of, yes, I am part of something. I do have a twin. I do have a divine feminine counterpart. Recognizing this authority within himself and actually moving towards something. So it's actually very good placings for the masculine this week. The divine feminine, I know I was a little bit hard on the divine feminine last week, saying it's your choice. You are now at that path where you get to choose how you want to go forward. So I'm getting here, lotus, which is a sense of peace. Feminine recognizing that, yes, I choose this now. I choose peace. I choose to surrender. I choose to trust in the divine for things to work out as they should be. So if you've chosen to stay the path, then you are here and you are now grounding within this notion of going, yes, I accept it. I accept this mission fully, wholeheartedly, unconditionally. What do you need for me to do right now? And the cards here are asking to just be grounded. Be grounded. Give back into earth. fear within yourself. Now, something that I've had a lot come up for myself this week is all about grounding. And I actually worked a lot in my garden last Monday. And I really got in there and went, no, that's it. I went out and brought myself this beautiful rose bush. It's called One Love, like the song Bob Marley, One Love. Anyway, it's beautiful. And I've just noticed this morning that a new bud is just coming, and there's very small hints, and it's a beautiful, rich, deep red violet colour. Absolutely gorgeous. So I can't wait, and that is what I'm nurturing. That is my gift to Mother Earth. And as they blossom, as the blooms come through, that is how my divine partnership with my twin is evolving. So it's very symbolic, but it's a really nice way of doing things. So the first bud is just starting to open, and there's a few more that are on the actual rose bush itself. So, as they start to bloom, so will the next stage in divine partnership journey. So that's something that you could also do, and that's about grounding. Admire it, nurture it. That's what this card is asking of you now. So we do have, of course, this buckle of Isis, again, coming up for the feminine as it did last week. And it has been spent a lot of time in the divine masculine area. But we're asking again, there is growth with sacrifice. Are we willing to stay the path and take in this growth? Are we willing to sacrifice what we thought, what we initially intended that this divine partnership was to be? We need to surrender now. This is what this card is asking. Surrender to what the divine purpose is. So there is a level of, we all, we have free will. However, in this instance, it's asking us to let go and trust the divine. Let go and let be. So, moving on to the divine partnership, we have Cyrus, pioneering awareness. It's new. It's beginning. Things are beginning to stir. Things are beginning to happen. This is adventure. So this peace and this understanding is bringing in this notion of it's time for an adventure. It's time to be universal awareness. It's an understanding of what this divine partnership actually is, what this mission is, what we're being asked to do. When we accept the mission, we have success by the winged disc. And I know I'll hold this card up again because I love it so much. It is the ultimate twin flame card in this deck, more so than the twin card there, because we have the divine in the middle and the two wings representing the divine feminine and masculine. So this winged disc is all about success. We have it. Success is ours. Embrace it. Accept it. This is the time. Trust in the divine unfoldment of everything happening. Wise guidance is there. The divine is giving us the wise guidance in order to move forward. However, in saying that, we have Nephthys, which of course is Isis's sister. And Nephthys represents all things that are hidden and yet to be revealed or yet to be realized. So there's very deeply spiritual notions with this card. This cup, it's like a chalice. Remember, it's the chalice where it's actually holding the divine partnership in peace. However, it's not revealing to us everything. It's almost like it just kind of just dribbles out little bits at a time, all in divine timing. So that's very interesting for this card. Honestly, a lot of these cards that have come up here are in very different placings this week. So strongly suggesting to me that there are things that are shifting. There are things that are definitely changing for the better. So hang in there. We're getting there. We're absolutely getting there. What is it that the divine masculine 5D self is actually working through the 3D masculine towards the partnership. Happiness, the Bast card, the symbol, the patroness of cats and the goddess of joy. There's a lot of mental healing, joy and happiness. Turmoil and worries are passing. So, and they're making way for happiness. So it's a really balancing of the state of mind, very nicely to come here with this worldly status, a happiness and balancing of the mind into this divine partnership. And for the feminine, we have Anubis. So Anubis is protecting you. Anubis is there protecting you and giving you the guidance that motion and movement and action is on the way. It is guiding you through any difficulties, any karma that you're still releasing. Anubis is protecting you and guiding you towards this. It is overall a beautiful, lovely reading. Very simple. There's not a lot to say about this. Or it's just a sense, what I'm getting overall from it is a real sense of peace, a real sense of it's like you're kind of just waiting. You're waiting for the curtains to come up. You know, you're excited about the show that is about to see. And this is where we've got this Nephis card sort of almost has this veil or the curtains. And the curtains are about to come up. And things will happen. So there's that anticipation of this is going to be great. So hang in there. What have we got at the bottom of the deck this week? Hatha. Okay, Hatha is the goddess of beauty, love and strength, and of course the patroness of women. So Hatha, of course, is very much about balance. So what I see here is balance. There's balance here, there's balance here, there's balance here, also here. There's a lot of balance happening in this overall reading this week. So Hatha card is all about nourishment and organization and confidence and a lot of spiritual strength to be made by connecting with the God force within. So overall, it is coming to terms with the whole yin-yang aspect, coming to terms with the twin dynamic, the mission unfolding. Very beautiful balancing here, which has kind of been happening a lot in the last things, but there's been the ups and downs. But overall, simply amazing cards. Wow, that seemed really short. Well, look, I'm just being guided to give what is happening. So if it's short, then that's all there is. It's just asking you overall to trust in the unfoldment of things occurring, because things are strongly working hard behind the scenes. So let's move on to our healing guidance for this week with the beautiful Isis Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. So I'm just going to call upon Isis, who loves us unconditionally, to give us her healing guiding message for this up and coming week. Okay. Right. This is a karmic card. This card is proper burial for freedom, sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. It is all about releasing past karma in order to move forward. So let's move on. Just sit back and relax. You will need a candle for this ritual. This is a true releasing of the past and offering it up to Osiris. So let's move on. I'm just getting the book to read through. The message, healing guiding message for this week. All right. So the proper burial for freedom is a sacrifice to Osiris, the Lord of the Dead. So do have your candle ready and a comfortable place to sit. So I'll just read through the message before I do the ritual. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die. Though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen, Osiris, the Lord of the Dead, guides you to now release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. You need to see something through and let it go so that you are free from it. You may or may not be fully aware of what this is, but your energy field is somehow haunted by the past or drained by attachments that are no longer necessary for your growth. This could be anything from a past relationship to dreams or visions that may have encouraged you in past times but are not relevant for where you are going now. It might also be the spirit of a lost child or a loved one, someone that has passed on or left your life, or the ghost of expectations unmet from past hopes and dreams. There is so much beauty and fullness waiting for you now, beloved initiate. There is no need to further hold on to the past. Do not be scared. You are supported so utterly and completely in this deep healing release now, and all involved will benefit from the healing change. It is not abandoning what you have loved. To give it full and proper burial is in fact honoring and allowing what you are releasing to return to pure love and light of the source. It is spiritual freedom for you and what you have released, which is the destiny to which all of life will eventually return. It takes great trust, but if you allow Osiris to help you, you will realize that in letting go, rebirth and growth is really possible. You may experience grief, anger, fear, freedom, and a sense of relief, or a combination of these feelings as you move to let go and allow proper burial to take place. Do not be afraid of any of these feelings, for they will pass naturally when allowed to just flow. These feelings will actually fertilize new life and allow you to become more of who you are in truth. Trust that Osiris will love and protect that which is released into his care through the world of death. Death too becomes new life. There is nothing to fear and everything to gain. That is so relevant to today's reading. So now this almost like there's this sense of this last bit of karmic past to release before the dawning of a new. So now get your candle ready, but do not light it now. So sit quietly and close your eyes, focusing on your breathing, taking your awareness into your heart, going deeper within your heart with each breath until you become aware of a vast open space in all directions around you. Say aloud, I call upon the Lord Osiris, who loves me unconditionally, to cast into your unconditionally loving care that which no longer naturally belongs in the land of the living. Stay in your heart and become aware of a beautiful man with a rich green light all around him, promising new life and growth. He holds a crooked flower in each arm and wears an ornate crown. His eyes are kind and gentle. As you light your candle, say, I now call forth that which is attached to my energy field and does not serve me in unconditional love. I now choose of my own free will to cast into the loving care of Osiris all attachments, histories, beliefs, and beings of any influence that are not aligned with unconditional love. I release you now through all time and space with love and respect. Go in peace. You may not return to me ever. Our contracts are now dissolved and I set you free. I set myself free. So be it. Let yourself be at peace. If you feel emotion or surprise as different impressions register in your body or mind, just let them flow without attachment. You may feel fear, anger, sadness, or grief arising and leaving your body. You may be temporarily feel confusion, nausea, waves of regret or pain as energies leave. Do not concern yourself. Stay with the process and know that you are supported. Now close your eyes and perceive Osiris receiving the light of the candle into his own heart with love and compassion. His heart is vast and can receive so much old energy and pain from you, simply taking it into his heart and letting it burn in the sacred fire of his heart chakra. Stay with this process until you feel it completed to your satisfaction. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes and blow out the candle. Once the candle is dry, you may dispose of it completely as an offering to Osiris with thanks for his divine service. Your healing ritual is now complete. And the incantation to Osiris, which I will put up on my website, that's indigotwin11.com. I will put the incantation there, so if you wish to go and read it, then it will be there. But I'll read it through and just give a little gap if you should wish to repeat it at this time. It can be said any time that you feel you need healing, especially clearing of negative attachments and spirits or elements of the past, or if you feel that you need more light in your being. Osiris, Master of Love and Peace, bring my soul the light of relief through unconditional love and heart that is true. I release that which should be returned to you. I surrender all knot of unconditional love to your peaceful heart, pure as the dove. I am free from that which no longer lives. New life and healing you now give. To that which is due, burial proper and right. We are all free now to grow with the light. I am free to move on now thanks to you, with unconditional love and compassion too. That was a beautiful message. So if there's still some karma, which I do believe, and I know there is still some karma, past life issues lurking around, maybe someone, as they said, who have passed, then this is the perfect ritual for this point in time. So enjoy. Have a wonderful week. I send you love, light, and blessings, and I will see you next time. Thank you.